Hey everyone, welcome to my sewing crib. Alright, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I picked up. I know you're going to look around and go, she picked up. I picked up, but just a little bit. Like what I picked up was the stuff that lives here. So I just kind of wanted to show you my space. And I use every single inch, every nook and cranny, every, like, all the way up to the ceiling, like whatever space I can use, I use. So what I have here is like my cabinets. I absolutely love these. I actually got those like at IKEA, and they're like the office line. So they're nice.
They are nice. They're like
super nice.
They're
sturdy.
nice.
They're sturdy, and they're filled with stuff. My issue is, like a lot of you, I do a lot of different things. I don't just sew. So you're going to see I have a ton of scrapbooking stuff. I do a lot of jewelry. So there's a lot of different things in here, and I'm trying to consolidate. That's going to be one of the goals, is consolidating and getting stuff put away with like things, like Sage says. Like Sage says to me.
Like with like.
Like with like. So I have fabric over here with my TV that I watch when I'm in here sometimes. The couch is really important because sometimes I just want to sit down and do some handwork or read or work on my computer and be in the sewing room. There's my long arm. Do you like the blankets on top of it? Because sometimes people sleep over. Do you like the slipper? This is because Poppy was chewing on it, so I took it from her. Do you like the UFOs? This is just UFOs that need to be finished. Actually, this one's, nope, that's a UFO. So my long arm is set up 7 feet. So the long arm you can get, I have the regalia. You can set it up 5, 10, or by a 2-foot extension and set it up 7, 12. And I have the perfect amount of space to do 7 feet. And I really don't do big stuff, so it's perfect for me. My fireplace. That's what keeps me warm in the winter because it gets cold down here. And I have all that jewelry over there. It'd be nice to kind of consolidate it and put it someplace else. Here's my koala. This is like kind of in the center of my room. This is where the
Could you turn that light just so it's not, it's like almost like a lens flare.
This is where the magic happens. This is my lighting. If you have never seen these lights, these are the best. You get so much coverage. Like I can work over here on my serger section. I can work over here. I can aim it. And it's true light. So if you've ever struggled to see your thread colors, your fabric colors, these are the best.
Those are the daylight luminous.
Yeah, this is the
Lumi. You've got the daylight.
I've got the slim line. And I've got one more over here. And this is my lighting. This is what makes it so I can work anytime, day or night. So this is what I keep my thread in. But I would really love the thread tower, Patrick. So, but these are nice. If you look, these have all my big cones of thread. But it's not really stable, and I don't have this secured down. And
this is another IKEA piece.
This is another IKEA piece, but it does the job. And they're I don't know if you can see it, but this is like
we did the closeout when Rheingold stopped selling these.
So I bought all of
we have every color of which is such gorgeous thread.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's
pretty.
Super pretty.
My serger. So here's my serger on its koala serger table. I love this piece, and I think I'm going to keep this because I mean, look at it. There's nothing like serging on a table that is made for the furniture, because normally this would sit on top here.
Well, Koala makes this in both the Triumph format, and then they make a smaller serger table too.
And see the cutout? So it's cut out. There's something set up here for the arm, which I took off because, look, I had to put fabric under here.
And it's got the built-in.
Yeah, it's got a little tray, so the scraps go right into here, and it's perfect. It's made, the table's made for this. And I have an attachment here so I can put Or here, this is for a slim line, so I could get a light, but this one's always been fine.
Yeah, it's actually made for the slim line.
Yeah, so you're supposed to put a light here, and then I put something and an arm here so I film. This, we're going to move this because we have to move it to get the koala table out. This is my my multi-needle.
More importantly, it's that koala the unique.
This is my so Patrick took my other table, and then this is the unique one. Can we like not? Can you not show it really well? We'll do something when it looks really good. I'm embarrassed. This is really. I want you. You're not closing it. It's not too close, is it?
No. This is wide angle.
I want you to know this is really embarrassing for me because
everybody's sewing room looks like this.
No, I don't. No, because you know how I know? Because I do classes and I'm nosy. So when I'm doing the classes, I'm looking around your sewing room and I'm like, look how beautiful their sewing room is. Oh, look at their design wall. Oh, look how organized everything is. So everyone's sewing room does not look like this. This is really embarrassing for me, but I'm hoping that the furniture that I bring in, I'm hoping it's going to help. So this is embarrassing for me. So please don't do any close-ups, Patrick.
I was just trying to show the table. I wasn't.
Yeah. Once everything is put away, I'm going to be getting rid of stuff. I'm going to be organizing stuff. But this table's incredible. And if you are looking at the table, like it's got a fold out on the side. Can you go from back, like far, where they can't like, no, like over here so they can actually see the table but not focus in on the mess. And I love the arm because it gives me extra space. This I need to figure something out because I need hooks. I want to be able to put stuff in there. And you've got extra storage. I got a drawer down here. I've got a shelf right here. So it is amazing.
I love the little hook on the side.
And don't forget, when you're not using this, if you don't have your room packed, that table just slides right in there. So I'm so sorry you have to see it like this. But and my slat wall. I could not live. I think every room has to have slat wall. Because I have all my rulers here. I have all that stuff that you don't know where you're going to hang. My hoops. I have some thread. I have product over here. I love this slat wall. And if you live in Reno.
This wall was kind of cool too, how we did.
I don't like that. I do not like this. So I bought this stuff on Amazon. And it was, I can't remember what the name of it is. But I do not like it. Because I don't like the attachments. I'd much rather have another piece of slat wall right here.
I'll trade you.
Yeah, will you take that?
Because I'll use it in the hey.
Poppy's chewing on the filming arm.
What are you doing, Poppy?
So this is...
What are you doing? Stop that.
She's chewing on the filming arm. Okay, this is my shelf of good intentions. You know when I talk about my shelf of good intentions? This really isn't all of it. This is just a partial bit of my wall of good intentions. And my rest of my good intentions are scattered throughout the room. But this is where I'm going to work on this. This is my koala cabinet. This is what's going to be going. And you know how my videos, I always go, oh, I put my tape on the front of this. I literally put my tape on the front of this. So we're going to be packing this up. I'm getting the unique furniture. This is my fold out and I put my PQ 1500 here. However, I'm hoping to find a solution for that. And there's stuff back here too. Every nook and cranny, there's stuff. And there's stuff I haven't touched. There's stuff that's just there making a mess and I haven't even dealt with it. But my koala cabinet, it's long. It has the leaf to the back. And if you look under here, but don't look too closely, it's packed with stuff. I've got like pull-out drawers. I've got a basket filled with felt. These are all patterns and papers that I need to go through that I've just been shoving under there. So the goal today, or this weekend, because I am going to the store, the goal this weekend is to get all this out. This right here.
Well, and they don't make the koala tables like this anymore. So this is a 72-inch wide koala table. It's called the Artisan. It was made for the Solaris and the Luminaire. Now, you know, the Koalas have the base units and then the attachments, and they make them high.
Which wouldn't have worked for me. I mean, I could have gotten I think they recommend just a higher seat.
Well, they give you a filler to fill in the space at the floor.
I just don't know if that would have worked for me.
Right.
I don't know if I would have felt comfortable sitting at that height. So I would have wanted this. She can't, there's nothing she can do on that, Patrick. So the other thing I'm super excited about, like right now you see that my machine sits on top of the table.
Could you turn that light again?
Oops. This is where I film too. So this is 90% of the time I leave it like this. And when I do go to put it down into my table, I have to, my filming arm lives here, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. I have to take this off. And then I have to lower this down. Good thing I have this over here, right? With more junk.
Yeah, you've got to take the walking foot off. You got to grab.
Well, would I have to take that? Does it?
Yeah, you'd have to slide it forward, because I think on the Unique you don't slide it. It just lives where it lives.
And now I'm gonna lower it down into the table. Which I'm thankful I have this feature, right? Okay. Then I have a fill that I put in here. I'm not going to put it on right now, but with the Unique furniture, my machine is going to live here. Even with the embroidery arm on, it's going to live here, and I can take the embroidery off and have a filler, and we'll show it to you when we get it all set. But I'm excited about the idea. I'm excited.
Hey, dum-dum. What are you doing?
She's like chewing on that, but she can't do anything to it. I'm excited about the idea that my machine is going to always live at this height. And then I'm not going to have to put it up.
I wonder the long-term effect that'll have on your shoulders.
Think about the difference about like sewing and working here, which is like where it should be, as opposed to sewing and working up here all the time. So I'm really excited about that feature, and just having it always at this height. And not having to, because I don't take this off. There's a lot of times I would take this off, but I mean, it's kind of a hassle. So I really love the idea that I'm going to be working at this height with my machine down here. Anything else?
I think that covers it.
All
we
right.
have a lot to get done
Yeah,
before 9.
because I have like an hour and a half. I work well under pressure, so we are going to start the video and we're going to get everything out of here. I'll see you later.
Happy Mother's Day. I feel like every Mother's Day, essentially, I end up cleaning something. So, like,
because that's the only time I can get him to do it. So that's what I ask for. That's what I ask for Mother's Day.
It's always like clean the garage or clean something. So today we're doing the sewing room.
Okay, let's show you where we're at right now. Here's all the stuff. Oh my God, I can't even believe I'm showing you this. It looks like I'm redoing my wall over here.
Come on,
so
guys.
I just took everything off the wall so I could redo it. So, I want to show you the floor space.
Poppy.
There's Miss Pops. That is where my koala used to be. A lot of this stuff is going to go. It's okay. They can stay in here.
I mean, not while I'm moving furniture.
But right now, you're not moving it. So that's, this shows you where the koala was, and it took up that whole area, 72 inches with the leaves, with the back flipped up.
So, it was like 80% of that space was the single koala. What's going to go in here now is 4 tables, much more configurable. 2 of those tables are nested, possibly under the leaf. So we're going to have a lot more kind of storage to work with and a lot more configurability. The biggest thing too is one of the things that you guys will notice, we didn't film the actual removal of that table, but I'm still feeling the movement of that table from yesterday in my lower back. It was a 4-man job. Because
the table weighs how much?
I'm guessing that table was 400 pounds. We were able to remove the drawers. We could have moved the doors, but with 4 of us, it was okay with the doors on there. But that was actually one of the challenges with the koala stuff that we ran into, especially at the like before koala made their changes. Koala won't deliver furniture into a house, and we started having to we started hiring a piano moving company to do it because the furniture was so heavy. I'll actually be moving these 4 cabinets into the room by myself with a single dolly. And while I normally like to bring somebody else with me, I can deliver these cabinets on my own. That's one of the things I really like about them, because they're real wood. They're still very, very strong, but they're lighter. That they're not that super heavy MDF material. So we're going to get the 4 cabinets set up in here and bring them in, and then just kind of figure out how we're going to set up the room over the next couple of days. Do you have a sew along tomorrow?
No, because I did it on Friday.
Perfect. So,
that's what I'm doing today and tomorrow.
Is all this. Perfect.
Yep, it's going to be gorge.
I'm excited.
I'm going to be like, look at my sewing room. I'm not going to be embarrassed.
I go, how long is that going to last? We just have more stuff for more stuff. More space for more stuff.
I'm going to pause the video now so I can put Patrick into a chokehold. Let me go get my stool so I can get near his neck.
So,
are we going to pause it and you're going to bring them in?
We'll do a time lapse of us bringing the furniture in and getting it set up. I mean, it's just very, very easy to move it. Because, I mean, how many times have we had a customer come in and ask us, I'm moving my sewing room into the kids' room, or I'm moving the sewing room from upstairs to downstairs. Can your guys come out and move that furniture?
Yeah, and you know what? Our boys at the store, like, it is hard on them, and they're young, robust boys.
Well, and at this point, we don't even really do it.
We won't even do it to them.
We
so, I mean, if you think you want to get furniture, and if you think you want to move it down the road, this is going to be a great option for you. So, let's go ahead and go get it.
All right.
Welcome to my sewing crib. So it's still a work in process. Like if you could see where Patrick was standing right now, which you probably will as we go around the table. I have a lot of stuff and I still have a lot of stuff to get rid of, but I was able to kind of organize a lot of the stuff too. I wanted to just show you really quickly how much lighting can make a difference. And in this room, I have one can light and I have this like really old just ceiling fan. So nothing too great. I would really struggle in here. I mean, I do have some daylight too, but we're like a daylight basement, I guess. So there's not a ton of daylight in here. I have, these are actually called daylight. This is the Lumi. I mean, what a huge difference did that make? This one over here is the Luminous. So when I'm working, I can kind of just aim my light like that, or it works over this whole area. What I love about it is you get 360 degrees of rotation. So, usually I have this right next to my sewing machine, so we'll see if it just stays right over here like that. I'm also going to have my slimline. Here's my slimline. Amazing. I love this slimline because I can take that with me. You can just turn it off, pull this apart, take the bottom piece with you too. Is this one screwed in? And then you're ready to go. So like super easy piece to just take with you. And these are all LED, right? Is that right, Patrick?
That's correct.
So they don't get hot. So, I mean, I could turn this on for like, whatever, 10 hours and just put my hand right on it.
And they've been on for 10 hours for like years.
Oh, yeah.
And like, we've never really had a problem with the lights.
And then I have one more over here. So this is
Will you turn that one on too?
Yeah.
It just makes such a big difference.
I mean, so you can actually see the color of your thread and you can see everything. So this is another Luminous. So these are the biggest of the...
And they give you almost 4 feet of articulation on the Luminous too. Like they reach far.
Like these fully extend. They hold their position. And then you can swing them around 360 degrees. So they really are, they are the best lights. I had OT lights before, and it's nothing compared to what you get with these. The OT lights would maybe be half the light, maybe 2/3 the light. Nothing like these. They're going to be LEDs, rows of lighting. These are dimmable. I was talking to somebody and they were talking about how the light bothered their eyes, and they asked if they were dimmable. So these are dimmable. This one is not. This one is either on or off. This one as well, but the Luminous, the biggest ones, are going to be dimmable. So, Sage and I actually set this up, and then Sage came in, and to me, I went, there's no other way. This is like the best use of space. And Sage is like, you're never going to know if we don't try. So she's like, I know you don't want to do it because I've been working on it all day. She's like, I know you don't want to do it, but we're not going to know if you don't try. Let's just do it. And I was like, okay, let's just do it. And just having the serger table over there, butted up against my long arm, freed up all this space. So prior, I had my koala cabinet right here, which I loved. I loved my koala cabinet. And then I just had one leaf folded out to the back. And that was it. That
was like almost all that space. And then, with the serger cabinet right here.
My serger cabinet was over here. I had this little IKEA piece of furniture over here too. And that's kind of how it was. And there really wasn't much we could do. When Sage and I went through and we put this together, we played with it. We had...
I wish we'd filmed it, but it was like, you'd been going all day.
Yeah, it was just too stressful, and like there was so much downtime, and I don't know. I'm sorry. But we had everything from the table going this way. We had the table going this way with some of it going that way. We had the couch turned around and over here. But this is how easy it is to move
how easy was it to move?
Can you pause it for 1 minute? Okay. So, I had to blow my nose. Anyways, so this is how easy it is to move this stuff around. So we had these set up. I had these set up right over there. Like they're modular pieces. This leaf right here, I can easily put down. So why don't we just do that? So I did have these originally set up with this leaf down. And Sage goes, the whole point is having all of that tabletop space. And she's like, you need to put the leaf up. And I was like, you're right. She's always right. This is from the other stuff. So this will just go right down. As long as nothing's in the way. I have something here in the way.
That they get it.
But what is nice is these, and I want you to really watch this. I can leave these. The tabletop right here is made so it goes right over this end of the leaf. It just goes right over it. So you don't have a gap. So it's not like something like this. You have no gap. It is made to completely abut. So I had both of those tables, and they're set up so that they just fit beautifully. When I had it set up, I had it like this, and I had this table, and everything was completely flush. It was flush on this side. It was flush over here. It was gorgeous. Now, the other thing that you could do, and I did this as well, I really did try like every single configuration. Well,
that was kind of the point, right? Like that was really what we were trying to do with the room, was to give you significantly greater options.
What I love about it is what if we move? Like it's gonna fit any room we have, because I can put it up against the wall. I can put it in the middle. I can put it under. I can put it next to. I can make an L. Like I can do everything. Now this is also made so you can just slide it under. So maybe you lose your space. Maybe you go from a bigger sewing room to a smaller sewing room, and now you don't have room to put these next to each other. I can just take this lid off. Yeah. You have to find a place to store that. And now I can just slide it under. So now I don't lose my storage.
You'd actually close that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it right now. But I would actually close that, and this would become the support. This table. So you would close the little arm, and this would become the support.
And that's kind of, this is from the outside looking in, not as a user, but like as the guy who's selling the stuff and looks at it like design wise and delivery wise. It's that kind of configurability and that kind of design feature that really kind of blew me away as we started to get to know the unique furniture.
I would get this table, get it with the leaf, get it with the little side table. And then if you were to downsize, a lot of us downsize, and you move to a smaller room, you don't have to give up this piece of furniture. Now it can go under. So if you just had this little island, this little setup here and those side tables, you can put both of those side tables right underneath. I'm not going to do that because I have a big room. So let's go ahead and use all the space. But now I can just slide this back out. Can you grab that for me? And put this back. And then I can put this tabletop right back on.
Everything is numbered, and it's funny because everything is numbered. Like all the drawers are numbered. When we move the furniture, we filmed this aspect of it, but and you guys will see that earlier in the video, just how easy it was for me to bring all the furniture in. But when we move the furniture upstairs, we'll remove the drawers so that, a couple of us can deliver things like the thread tower. And everything is numbered and labeled so that, it's very, very easy to see the original configuration. Have a good day at school, Kai.
Okay, let's look at it from this angle. Because if I wanted... Sage and I played with it too. We were like, we could take this. These are perfectly square, right?
The tops are.
Yeah. So now I have one going this way, one going this way. If I had that on the other side and I wanted to put the couch against it, the way they fit together, I could just roll it around and you could have it facing any direction. That's kind of cute like that. I could leave it like that. Okay, things I love about the drawers. So I absolutely love that they pull out all the way. So I have that much storage. I have that much storage. I have that much storage. So I can get all the way into the drawer. I like that the drawers aren't, I like that they're deep, but they're not super deep. Because I felt like with my koala drawer, I felt like it was great because I could fit a lot in there, but I could fit stuff on top of it. So, I mean, just seeking storage is what I do. I had thread in it, and then I had stuff on top of it just because I could. So this, I haven't even figured out this drawer, just stuff for like right here. Just that ended up getting like tchotchke stuff. Here is more of my pre-cuts, which is really nice. I had them shoved in these cubby holes before. So it's really nice that they're in here and I can kind of see them all. And oh my goodness, here is all my serger thread. And, you know, I'm kind of far from over there, so I could go ahead and rotate this and maybe move it over there or figure something out. But before I had my serger thread in 3 different spots. I had it in this, I had it in another bin, and I had it like over by the table. So it's nice to have everything all together. This is a lot of thread, so I was able to fit a lot of thread in here.
So Pat, you know, had also offered, he makes the top for the drawer too. So that,
oh yeah, how cool is that? So what if you wanted to use this as a table to sew on? So you can slide out the drawer, and he makes a top. So a top that goes on top of this. So if I wanted to swing my sewing machine around, put it here and sew with it. Or if you're really tight on space, you could swing it around, put the top on here, put your serger on here. So you have lots and lots of different options. You could put one machine here, one right here. When you're done with it, take the top off and slide it back in. Hi again. We took a little break. So I did want to show you the setup for my my sewing machine. And this is going to work with any of the Baby Lock and Brother sewing machines. So it is made so that you leave your machine and your embroidery on like this all the time. So this part of the embroidery arm will just glide over the back of the table. So you're always going to be working at this height. And this is my little sewing chair. This is what I sit in. I don't sit on anything fancy. So instead of working with this being my tabletop here and my machine sitting, you know, 4 inches above, I'm sitting at this position all the time, whether I'm sewing or whether I'm embroidering. Here, you can watch the arm. I sewed on it for the first time last night. Or, yeah, I was sewing and I was embroidering. I need to wipe it down. But that part of the arm will glide back there. So if I'm using, whatever, my snap hoop, or I'm doing the full 10 by 16, it's going to glide all over. And you're always...
It actually serves as hoop support too. Like when the hoop goes all the way back with the larger hoops, it actually supports the back of that frame.
Okay. But you don't want it like scraping on it.
No, but
then how's it supporting?
It's the frame actually glides directly above it. So if there's a lot of weight there, it's supported by the back of the table.
Yeah, so if you are doing quilting, then the hoop itself will glide on the back of this. And but I just love this. I love the ergonomics of it. I love that I'm going to be sitting here and my head is going to be down here, looking down instead of my head tilted back and looking up, because my project is sitting right here on top of the machine. So I love that. So if you are going to be doing some quilting and you go into your sewing, this moves out of the way. It really is, it abuts this part of your machine, so you have all of that support. Now let's say you're going to get down and dirty and you really want to do some quilting. When I do some quilting, I use the insert that's going to go right next to the machine. So I'm going to turn this off. This table right here, so let's look at this table, this cabinet. This cabinet, I have the leaf opened up to the back. So this is going to abut, and I can just lean right over here. Here are my feet and accessories. That's some of the thread that I use, my clappers that I love. But look at all the room you have in here. And you can fill this with just thread. How much thread can you fit in here, Patrick?
I want to say it's 250 spools in the top
and
shelf.
You can get dividers too. I haven't gotten those. I'm going to get some and we'll see how we can configure that. Maybe I'll take some pictures after I get them. But this drawer, this is all my real notiony stuff. So my bobbins are in here, like everything that's kind of, like I said, like my glues are right here, my glues and my tapes, some other like tools, the rest of my sewing thread, everything's right in here. This one I haven't quite filled up yet, haven't figured it out. This bottom drawer is made for your embroidery arm. But I just thought about it. I was like, hey, 95% of the time my embroidery arm is going to be on there. So I put all my UFOs. This is stuff that needs to be finished like now. So that's what I have in here. But you're going to see there's no sides to this. It really is made to go ahead and put that embroidery arm so you have a place for that. It's not going to take up room when you don't have it on the machine.
So I just ordered this same cabinet. And this is kind of the beauty of Unique too, is that it's so customizable.
I'm gonna take this off right now, okay?
I had a customer that already had the Luminaire Solaris chest of drawers, and she said, you know what I really, really want is that cabinet designed as under cabinet storage, but I want to be able to put my scan and cut in it.
Oh, so she's got this.
So she's getting that table custom made with a removable top, and that bottom drawer, rather than at 7 inches for the embroidery unit, it's being made at 9 inches for the scan and cut. And now she's gonna have, the scan and cut storage. Do you have your accessory tray?
Did I do that right?
Yeah, but it goes on with the accessory tray.
I honestly don't even know where my accessory tray is.
Don't worry about it.
I'm like, where's because there is a little bit of dead space in there. But you can kind of show them that while I...
So, essentially, when you put your accessory tray on the machine, it fills that space so that the machine abuts the corner there.
Yeah,
so the accessory tray just fills in that space.
Where is my accessory? We don't even know where the accessory tray is. But now you're going to have a nice flat surface where your project can glide. And look at all the room I have. Like, is this just a dream to have like this much space and this much table space? I'm trying to figure it out because I think I'm going to get a really long, a long cutting mat for over here. Look, I wanted to show you all my CDs. They fit in this drawer just like that. I still have room. Which is going to get filled promptly. But, you can put and these are all level. They're all level, so you can slide your mat. You can get one great big mat that's going to go over the whole back, which is probably what I'll end up doing. So, this is the side cabinet. If you've come to our store, this is how we have it set up at the store, where we have the cabinet for the sewing machine, and then we have the side cabinet next to it. And I had this over on the other side. Like I said, it's super configurable, so you can move all of this around. And those extendable drawers, I mean, those are probably incredible. And if Pat could build something, like, it would be great to do like the scan and cut, get rid of maybe the sides so your mat could just feed like front and back. I don't know if it's wide enough. Is it? But
and he also makes the cutting table that we've featured before.
I think I have room. Then I have my koala table, because look, I could put the cutting table right here and the family would still have room. And because these are configurable, let's say I did put my cutting table here. Now the drawers are in the way, but not really, because I could just take this and swing it around. So now I'm back to having this spot here, which it's not going to be a big deal if I were to put something over here as well. I thought I could put like something right here because everyone can still get by. But this opened up a ton of space in my sewing room. And what do you think? Is there anything else we need to tell them about the furniture?
I think you almost need to see it. It is real wood furniture. It is, solid oak construction, birch construction, some of the prettiest cabinets we've seen is in that character hickory and the character birch.
Yeah.
There are up charges and lead time changes when it comes to stuff like this finish. Pat actually called me because we are doing special pricing on the cabinets. I'm going to keep the pricing at or better than what I've been selling them at. Pat called me with a little bit of a concern about the fact that, Jeannie's furniture is white.
Because how much more was it?
It's about a 25% upcharge. But, I mean, the lacquer's just so perfect and is so beautiful. Gail, another one of our customers that has all white, has commented that, the white lacquer is just so gorgeous. But Pat actually called me to say, please understand with the labor and the lead time and the need for the spray room
and labor? Like what goes into it? Like why
well, they have to spray it multiple times. They spray and smooth it and spray and smooth it. It's got to go in the spray room. It's got to dry. So Pat was actually saying to me that the natural wood furniture and the oak furniture could be delivered within a handful of weeks, but that, if it was white furniture or the darker stained furniture, that could push it out additionally another couple of weeks because of that labor, lead, and dry time. We are running significant specials on the furniture. This is, and just to ballpark and not break it down per cabinet, but this is, let me just do the math in my head.
I'll have to figure out if we can do specials on the lighting
38, 38, so that would be 76. This is, from a retail perspective, these 4 cabinets in the white, oh my goodness.
It was 5.
This would have been $14,000 worth of furniture.
But it's my favorite
at the price at which we'd be selling the furniture. Now I got to do the math in my head. So that would be, we'd be looking more like 9,600, but that's also in white, which is 25% higher. And just to put that into perspective, like in oak, if we were just doing these 2 cabinets, the matched Solaris Luminaire set, those in natural oak normally retail for 76, and I've been selling them and essentially 56 to 58 depending upon my freight charges, and right now I'd be selling them at 54.
That's fantastic.
Which is awesome.
For everything from here to here.
Well, and to put that into perspective against, the koala base units are essentially 5,000.
Yeah.
And so you're getting the 2 cabinets, you're getting the drawer, you're getting the storage. We can customize like drawer sizes, under cabinet versus next to cabinet, stuff like that without significant upcharges.
Yeah, we did one of the small tables for that gal and added a leaf to the side. So that's the thing that's so fantastic, is it's customizable. And let's say this machine gets bigger and it's 2 inches bigger next time, we can just...
Oh, Pat has swapped out several tops for us. Customers that upgraded.
If you have the Destiny and the Dream machine and you want but you feel like you're going to get this at some point, he'll make it so the top part fits the Destiny and the Dream machine. And then when you get that other machine, he will take the top off and just put the other one on.
Well, and the beauty of this cabinet, and we haven't talked about it, but he designed this cabinet. So if you were to have a Destiny or a Dream machine or a Stellaire, but you felt like you'd upgrade to the Luminaire, they designed this cabinet. It'll work with both.
Oh, this one works.
So there is a different cabinet specific to those machines, but this cabinet will actually work for both.
It's amazing.
And like he's designed cabinets for me. Like we have a lot of customers that have a Bernina and also have, you know, a Luminaire or Solaris, and he's designed the tops with inserts so that both fit.
Nice. Yeah. So, I mean, this is really from here over is what I have that's new, and I absolutely love it. And I just love the idea that wherever I go, I'm going to be able to take it, I'm going to be able to arrange it, I'm going to be able to fit it, I can snag it under, I can put it next to, I can move it to the side, I can twirl it around. And Sage and I just did it all by ourselves. Once you get that koala in, that's where it's going to stay. You know, you're not going to be moving 400 pounds of furniture, just you and your girlfriend. So, I love it. That's
well, and you guys did so many configurations in such a short period of time.
Yeah, this is what worked best for us. But thank you for visiting me in my sewing crib. And let us know if we can help you with your room too. Thanks.